Hello, dear dreamer. It's time to slow down, get cozy, and let your imagination drift into a gentle place. Maybe you're tucked into your bed. Maybe you're resting with your favorite blanket. Or maybe you're simply closing your eyes and listening. Tonight, I want to share a special bedtime story with you. It's about a tiny star. A star who once thought its light had gone out forever. But with a little help from the night breeze and some glowing friends, it discovered something magical. So, take a deep breath. Feel yourself sink a little deeper into your bed, and let's begin.
Far, far above the quiet earth, in the deep velvet sky, a tiny star twinkled every night. It wasn't the brightest star in the heavens. It didn't have the size of the North Star, nor the dazzling beauty of the shooting stars that streaked across the darkness. But the little star loved its place in the sky. Each evening, when children closed their eyes and dreamers made their wishes, the tiny star would shimmer as brightly as it could. Sometimes, a child would whisper a wish into the night, and though the little star wasn't sure it had the power to grant wishes, it liked to imagine it could. But one evening, something unusual happened. As the sun set and the night spread across the world, the little star tried to shine and discovered that its glow had dimmed. It blinked once, it blinked again, but the light that used to sparkle so brightly was now soft, almost invisible. The little star felt a pang of worry. What if no one can see me anymore? What if children can't make their wishes upon me? What if I disappear from the sky? The more it worried, the dimmer it seemed to become, until, at last, it slipped from its place in the heavens and drifted gently downward. The little star floated past clouds, past the tips of tall mountains, and finally landed softly in a quiet meadow filled with long grass and wildflowers that swayed under the moonlight. For the first time, the little star felt very small. As the star lay among the grass, wondering what to do, a cool, gentle breeze rustled through the meadow. "Why, hello there," whispered the breeze, its voice as soft as a sigh. The little star looked up. "Hello, I'm afraid I don't shine anymore. I don't know what's wrong with me." The night breeze circled gently around the star, brushing the grass in calming patterns. "Sometimes," it said, "light fades when the heart feels heavy. But don't worry, the world is full of ways to find your glow again." The star tilted its head. "But how? I don't know what to do." "Perhaps," said the breeze, "you must discover the kind of light that shines from within." Before the star could ask what that meant, the breeze carried a cluster of glowing fireflies into the meadow. The fireflies flickered like tiny golden lanterns in the dark. They buzzed around the star with cheerful energy, blinking in little patterns. "Who are you?" asked the star, gazing at their warm glow. "We are fireflies," they answered together, their lights pulsing like a heartbeat. "We shine not to be the brightest, but to bring joy to the night." The star felt shy. "But your lights are so warm and steady. Mine is almost gone." One firefly landed gently on the star's side. Shining is not only about being seen, it's sometimes about helping others see their way. The fireflies led the little star through the meadow. With each step, the star noticed how they lit the path for small creatures, guiding a beetle over a stone, lighting the way for a moth to find a flower, helping a sleepy rabbit back to its burrow. The star watched, quietly amazed. "You use your light to help others?" "Yes, and in giving light, we find our glow never fades." The little star thought deeply.
That night, the little star decided to try. It noticed a tiny mouse scurrying nervously through the grass. The mouse squeaked, lost and frightened in the dark. The little star took a deep breath, closed its eyes, and tried to shine, not for itself, but for the mouse. To its surprise, a soft glow returned, faint but steady, lighting a safe path through the meadow. The mouse followed the glow, scampered home, and turned back to squeak a grateful thank you before disappearing into its nest. The star felt something stir inside, a warmth it hadn't felt before. All through the night, the star used its light, small though it was, to help wherever it could. It shone so a bird could find its nest. It sparkled to guide a hedgehog away from a pond. Each act made its light a little stronger. By dawn, the star's glow was no longer faint. It wasn't blindingly bright, but it pulsed with a steady, comforting warmth, like a heartbeat in the sky. When the morning sun rose, the star rested. But that evening, as the first colors of twilight painted the sky, the night breeze returned. "You've learned something important," whispered the breeze. "True light doesn't come from trying to outshine others. It comes from kindness, from giving, from caring. That's the light that never fades." The fireflies gathered around the star and blinked their goodbye. They said, "Remember, shine not just to be seen, but to help the world glow with you." And so, with the breeze's gentle lift, the little star rose higher and higher, back past the mountains, past the clouds, and into the velvet sky. That night, when children looked up, they noticed a tiny star twinkling differently than before. It wasn't the brightest, but it had a warm, steady light that seemed to whisper, "I am here. You are not alone. Make your wishes. I'll guide them home." And from that night onward, the little star never doubted itself again, for it knew that its light, however small, had the power to brighten the world.